Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you to the channel. Well guys, a few weeks ago I featured a video that was talking about some of my top choices for firearms that are going to be up and coming, that are going to be showing off at SHOT Show 2018 here towards the end of January out there at SHOT Show in Las Vegas. Well, today what we want to do is we want to go ahead and focus on the accessories and ammunition that's going to be debuted here at SHOT Show, as well as a few items that have been announced in the past and with some updates on those items today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so for those of you that are out there that just happen to be competitive shooters, Federal has announced a new line of Syntex synthetic ammunition. Well, sort of synthetic. What we're looking at here is a polymer-coated bullet, and to even enhance the line to make it even more, something more appealing to the competitive shooter, they're going to be featuring flat-nose bullets. Now, for somebody that shoots 40 Smith & Wesson, it's not really a big deal, but for you 45 ACP guys and 9mm guys that want to compete with that ammunition, we are looking at a 150 grain 9mm load as well as a 220 grain 45 ACP load. The polymer coating is supposed to help reduce lead exposure into the environment. Only time can tell if that's going to make a difference. Federal does claim that this is some of the softest shooting and most reliable performing ammunition possible for high volume competitive shooters. And we're looking at a price between $19 and $31 depending on the load. Not sure if that's 50 rounds or if that's for 100 rounds, but we'll see as soon as they make the announcements at SHOT Show. Now, for those of you that just happen to be fans of CCI, I've got some great news for you. They're going to be offering the segmented hollow point in their mini-mag ammunition. Now, the big deal about this is going to be the increase in feet per second. We're looking at 1,235 versus the existing 40 grain speed of 1,050 feet per second, and an increase of 37 pound-feet of energy up to 135 pound-feet of energy. So it's one of those loads that if you're a varmint hunter or if you're somebody that enjoys just a little bit of pest control or just some casual plinking, this is definitely going to be a round that you want to take a look at. Okay, so reloaders, I've got some great information for you. If you guys are fans of Spear ammunition, Spear is going to be selling their gold dot rifle bullets out there, and we're looking at chamberings in 224, 264, 277, and 308. You can buy 100 count packages, and it should take care of all of your reloading needs. Oh, and it's also going to be released in 310. So this is also going to offer other companies out there, like such as Black Hills, for instance, to develop more powerful custom loads and start to look at maybe some different types of ammunition that's not out there yet. So again, that is the Spear gold dot rifle bullets for those of you that are reloaders. And unfortunately, or fortunately for some people, as federal mandates start to come into play, we're going to start to see the rise of copper ammunition in 2018. And there's the Deer Season Copper Impact XP round that we can expect to see. And what it is, guys, we're looking at a all-copper bullet with a polymer tip, obviously lead-free to accommodate your local hunting laws. And these rounds are supposedly designed to offer excellent penetration and weight retention, but only future hunting seasons will tell us if they actually perform. The line is going to initially be released in 243 Winchester, 270 Winchester, 30-06 Springfield 308 Winchester, and 300 Win Mag, and that covers a pretty good spectrum of hunting rounds. So if you're a deer hunter, you might want to look into those, or you might not have a choice, you might have to. So either way, that's the Deer Season XP Copper Impact ammunition. So this next one I find kind of interesting. You just can't help but wonder if Winchester wasn't looking at HR 367 when they were designing this ammunition. What we have here, guys, is what's called the super suppressed ammunition. It's specifically designed for use in suppressed firearms. We're looking at subsonic ammunition. Initially, they're going to be releasing that at 9mm, 45 ACP, 22 LR, 22 WMR, 300 Blackout, and 300 Winchester. So they've got the whole spectrum covered. No announcements yet on the prices, but hopefully we'll find out about that soon. But hey, nobody's ever going to complain about new ammunition coming out. It's always a good thing. And up next on the list, we've got some Winchester Hybrid X ammunition. This is one of those rounds that I think is definitely going to deliver some shock and awe to a perpetrator in a self-defense situation. What we're looking at here, guys, is a fragmented lead core with a large polymer tip followed up with a bullet behind it that's essentially going to expand within its target. Looks exceptionally deadly, and I think it's going to be highly effective. There's a lot of information out there on Winchester's site right now. They're getting the information out there. If you're interested in it, go ahead and check it out. That is the Winchester Hybrid X ammunition. And Lyman Products is going to be rolling out their Baby Bear, Mama Bear, Daddy Bear new line of presses this year. What we're looking at is a compact C-style press called the Brassmith Ideal. This is essentially just a single-stage press that's going to be great for a new loader as well as an experienced beginner who just needs a press that's going to take up very little space. The second press that Lyman's going to be releasing is called the Brassmith Victory. It's an O-style press. It's going to be designed to handle those larger, more powerful cartridges in addition to more normal ones. And the final press is going to be called the Brass Brass Smith, which is an 8-station turret press. Very heavy duty. It's going to be able to handle pretty much anything that you can throw at it. So those are the new presses coming out from Lyman Products. And for those of you out there that are looking at upgrading your AR-15, I've got great news for you. There's the new Hyperfire triggers that are being mentioned out there at SHOT Show to be demonstrated. What we have here essentially is a spring-charged hammer backed up by an exceptionally light trigger pull. So you're going to be getting the light, smooth trigger pull that you're looking for in an aftermarket trigger, but you're going to get the reliability of a stout hammer hit on your primer, which is going to ensure much more reliable use at the range. So that's something definitely to check out, the Hyperfire triggers. A little bit fascinated by that one. Does look very cool. Well, guys, whenever a piece of technology is talked about and fundraising takes place, but nothing actually happens to produce it, it's referred to as vaporware, whether it's hardware, software, etc. Well, this is the vaporware of the ammunition world, so it'll be interesting to see if Remington's actually going to put this one into production and show us some production versions of it. What we're looking at here is the Black Belt line of Golden Saber ammunition designed for law enforcement. It does feature a mechanilocked belt for supreme terminal performance, so there's not a lot of details out there right now. We're looking at a 239 grain jacketed hollow point 45 automatic round that we're seeing here, ACP round in the pictures. And again they've mentioned this years and years ago, but it actually has not gone into production yet, so we will see if it actually comes to fruition. And I'll tell you right now, Remington definitely needs a hit, and this could be the next big thing for law enforcement and self-defense ammo. So up next, we've got that one item that prairie dogs everywhere are going to be fearing this spring and this summer. What we're looking at here is the 17 grain polymer tip VNT CCI round, 17 HMR round. And what we have here is the very hyper powered 17 HMR round. We're looking at 2,060 feet per second, as well as a bullet that's supposed to have explosive terminal performance. So again, this will be another one of those little bits of ammo that I would really like to take out to the range to try. So again, that's the CCI VNT 17 HMR 17 grain polymer tip round for your rifles. And moving on, guys, the Speer Gold Dot line of ammunition has been out for quite a while. It's been released in multiple different calibers for your pistols and so on. And now Speer has announced that they're going to be releasing it in the 200 grain 10 millimeter round. And what's cool about this is we've also got that high point carbine in 10 millimeter that had just been announced recently that should be showing up at SHOT Show this year. Man, if you pair up that carbine with this ammunition, you would be giving yourself a very potent home defense setup. And so it's one of those things that'll be interesting to see how well the Gold Dot ammunition actually performs. So again, that's the Speer Gold Dot 200 grain 10 millimeter ACP round. Alright, now this one just looks like plain fun. I'm kind of trying to wrap my head around this one, and I don't really see a practical use for it, but I think it would be kind of cool to try out. What we have here are basically non-flammable tracer rounds, and from what I've seen so far, they're going to be releasing it in a handgun-based calibers. And essentially what it is a phosphor base on the bullets to make the bullets glow as they go down range. And it's one of those things that could be kind of interesting to see what's going to happen. It says full metal jacket versions of the ammunition will be available in 9mm 40 Smith & Wesson and 45 ACP immediately, with hollow point versions coming soon. So if you've always wanted tracer rounds but couldn't either legally shoot them, or you've worried about a fire hazard, or you simply didn't want to put the wear and tear on your firearm, this new Streak Visual ammunition might just definitely meet that calling for you. Well, guys, could you not make it through basic training, but you've always wanted to be a Navy SEAL? Well, now you can. We're looking at the Seahorse P17 waterproof holster. This is one of those interesting developments that's come out there for those of you that are fans of aquatic sports. Now, you definitely do not have an excuse to conceal carry or to safely carry no matter where you are. What's interesting about this is that it has a pressure equalization system that allows it to maintain appropriate atmospheric pressure. You don't have to worry about the case popping or imploding on itself while it's underwater. So again, this is the Seahorse P17 waterproof holster. It looks kind of cool. I don't know. It's one of those things where it seems a bit. It is definitely a large piece. If you ever see it mounted on somebody, it definitely has a significant size. But I suppose if you're one of those people that maybe has some kind of maritime activities and you want a way to easily keep your firearms protected from seawater, this is definitely going to be the way to go. So it looks like from now on you can definitely go packing when you take the jet ski out on the lake. Now, the item that we're looking at here, guys, the NC-SAR Vism SPD flip dot sight, this item is currently available from Optics Planet, and I'm seeing a price of $89.99. What this essentially is a flip-up red dot sight. So it's one of those things where if you are active or carrying your firearm or transporting your firearm and you want to protect your optics or your glass or your flip-up sights for that matter, you would be able to do so with this particular device. It does allow the red dot itself to fold flat so that it is parallel with the bore. It also features a quick detach system. It also has a solar panel on it which charges the main battery, and it has a backup battery to power just in case you would happen to be in dark conditions or unable to charge the main battery. Also does feature a lifetime warranty from NC-STAR, which is very cool, and so this is one of those things that looks like it's finally going to make it into production now, and it is available at this time. Alright guys, so this last one here, if you've ever wanted to be Batman, well now you have the opportunity to do so. So X Products is announcing a new kit at the 2018 SHOT Show. What it is we essentially have a cannon with a high-speed ascending kit. This is going to allow you to launch an emergency line up to 150 yards and lift or rappel up to 500 pounds at a rate of 15 feet per second. This looks like it might be a lot of fun. One of those tactical ascender products out there, so if you know somebody that's always wanted to be a superhero, this is definitely the way to do it. So guys, that's it for today. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I want to thank you for joining me. We just took a quick little sneak peek at the different items that are going to be featured over at SHOT Show 2018. Some of these items were announced last year, but maybe only prototypes were shown off or they weren't in production, or they are now. So definitely some really exciting products out there. So guys, thanks for joining us today. If you like what you saw, please like or subscribe. And you can check me out over on gunchannels.com. My channel's called The Caliber Corner. You can also follow me over on YouTube. The channel's TravisP11. Guys, you can support me over on Patreon with patreon.com/TravisP11, as well as find me over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and all that information will be down below in the box. So, guys, I want to thank you for joining us today. We're looking forward to SHOT Show 2018. It's going to be very cool. It should be a good time. So, guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe, and as you know, as always, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.